Hi folks, welcome back to the shop here at Project Pine Hills. Today we're talking about this Klein Tools Modbox ProFlex 20-piece micro ratchet set. The part number is 32787S. A quick look at the back, you can pause the video and check out the bit loadout. And the Klein Tools Modbox ProFlex 20-piece impact bit set. The part number is 33001S. Quick look at the back, you can check out the bit loadout on this. And the Klein Tools Modbox ProFlex 23-piece tamper-proof impact bit set. The part number is 3310S. And this bit set, which is one of my favorites because it has extra storage here for parts. Now this is a new update for Modbox. Now if you're not familiar with Modbox, Klein came out with them some time ago, and they're these larger boxes like this. And if you look at these, in the back there's a clip. If I push that clip, the back will come up and you can remove the cases. They're all stackable and they work together. So I can take this one off. Regardless of the sizes, they all clip together and work together. And this new mini Modbox is the same. They all connect together just like I have them here. Now the original Modbox had a spring-loaded latch that you push over, and when you shut the lid, it would spring shut. And when you wanted to attach these, they had these two plastic ears in the front that you would just line up with the box below it, get them to set into place, and then push it down in the back and it would lock in. Well, the new set's just the opposite. You actually take these and pull them forward to detach them and then lift them up. And that's how they attach. And they do that with a clip here in the back. You can see it has this clip here in the back that springs forward like that. And if I take one of these and I clip it in the back on the one below, pull forward, you can see how it springs forward. And then in the front, these two plastic ears here on each side fall back into place. And then they're latched into place. So to remove these, I pull forward to take them off instead of pushing that clip in the back and lifting up in the back. So we push forward like that instead of pushing the button and lifting off like we do with their older Modbox. And you also notice that it doesn't have a spring-loaded latch in the front. You just slide the clip over to lift the lid up, and that's because it has this new low-profile design. And of course, these are compatible. So I can take this and I can clip it in the back here, pull forward, and you can see the clip right there pulls out, extends out. In the front, these two ears, as it springs back, will hold into place. And now you can see it's attached to that case. So all of these are completely compatible with each other. And of course, when we're using it with the smaller Modboxes, it's even easier to clip together. You just take this clip, push it in the back, clips into place, push it in, and they're all attached together. Now I was curious how these might work with one of the larger Modboxes. Here I have a larger set here, and let's just see how well these small cases work with that. Now these larger cases have a cutout here in the center to adapt to smaller boxes. So if I clip it right there, pull it forward, you can see it works with that larger case just as well. Now I know a lot of you have the Klein starter kit, so let's check and see how these fit on top of that. Here's a Klein starter kit right here. If you don't know, it's a great option from Klein. It's got everything you really want in it. It's a great value, but it's a great way to start if you're gonna get some of these Modboxes. You see here it clips in the back, pull forward, goes right into place. Now one thing I want to check is just how well these mount on the side in a vertical position. Like if you look at the original Modbox, they're very stout, very much in place. They're also designed to be open vertically. You can mount this on the side of your Modbox, open that up, and you can see everything in here can be accessed, but it's not going to fall out, right? Hangs in there really good. And these are very stable when we shake them. So I want to try these out. Now you'll see that if I have them all on here, it does spring a little bit on here. You can see that. Well, I got so many of them stacked. So I'd recommend having not so many on, maybe two of them vertically. And you'll see that they do retain the bits really well. Part of the design here is really good for that you see nothing's falling out there. Below that, same thing. This guy, the bits don't fall out. Really like that. So you can mount these vertically. And it's the same way with this ratchet set here. The bits are in there. Nothing's going to fall out. So you can mount these vertically. But you'll notice these cases don't open all the way straight up like the original cases do. These cases, when you open them, you literally could open it up just like that vertically. And that lid is in line with the case, pretty much in line with the case. It doesn't fall shut, right? A little bit of resistance on the hinge. With these, when you open them up, you'll notice that they don't quite open all the way up. So you'd have to hold that open or that lid would fall if you mount this on the side of a toolbox vertically. Now, if you look at these cases, you'll see they do have a real hinge here in the back. They have a metal pin here on each side. Quick look at the dimensions and you'll see here it's just a little over 5 inches here on the length and about 3 inches here on the depth. And the height on these is just a little over 3/4 of an inch. I'd say about 6/8. Now this mini ratchet is brand new and I couldn't find it on the Klein website, but I will have a link in the description when it's available. Now this new set is a mini ratchet set that you flip the lid over, open it up, you'll see this little sort of tombstone looking pass-through 1/4-inch ratchet. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And you'll notice it shares some things in common with Harbor Freight's Flex Head Icon mini ratchet, right? You open these sets up, you can see they're sort of similar. We're going to take a look at that. This one doesn't have the flex head ratchet like you see here on the Icon, but it does have an extension here, and it does come with this 1/4-inch anvil so you can drive sockets. So who knows, maybe we'll see an update to this Klein that'll include sockets like Harbor Freight did with their meme tool, this 1/4-inch mini ratchet that they've added the sockets to. Of course, a lot of people wanted this to be a pass-through ratchet. Instead, they put a standard ratchet in there. I really like that ratchet, by the way. It'd be interesting if Klein came out with just a socket set in one of these Modbox cases. Then you could just take your ratchet and just put it right on top of your socket set, and you have them all there in one set. In a case that's smaller than the Icon set, and you'd have a pass-through ratchet. So if they come out with one of these ProFlex mini Modbox cases with sockets, then you really have the best of both worlds. But that's what these are, right? So if we look at this ratchet, let's pop it out here, check it out. See, it's this little tombstone ratchet. You might recognize this because we've had this on the channel before. It came in this Klein kit here that has this precision bit set in it. You can see it's right in there. And if you look at this set, you'll notice that the part number is very similar. That might cause a little bit of confusion, but if you look at the part number there, you'll see it's 32787, whereas the part number on this new set is 32787S. So they got that S on the end now. Now you can see these two ratchets are identical, and they have Klein tools stamped in the original ratchets. The difference is they've inked in the letters on the newer ratchet. Other than that, they're exactly the same. A lot of these small ratchets have 60 or 72 teeth, but both of these have 64 teeth in the ratchet. So how does this set work? I like what Klein has done here. You see you got 6 Torx bits here. That's one thing I like better about this Icon is you get 11 Torx in here. You basically get overall more bits in this Icon. But you can take any one of these Torx bits, you just flip them forward, right? And now they're standing up. I can just pull that bit straight out. So I like the fact they've done that to make these sort of easy to get out and give you that really low profile case. But in here we have 6 Torx bits compared to the 11 you get here in this Icon set. They also have some hex bits in here as well, but these are all standard. There's no metric in here. If you look at the Harbor Freight, you'll see you get all these metric hex bits back here, and they even give you 4 standard hex bits in the front here. So very similar in terms of the Klein, that they give you 4 standard hex bits. Another thing I like about this is they have this 1/4-inch anvil in here that you can take out and turn this into a standard ratchet. Now it does have a fair amount of standoff right here, you can see. And let's compare that to the Harbor Freight. So the Harbor Freight Flex Head mini ratchet, popped it in there. Now you can see here in terms of the actual anvil standoff, they're not that different because the Klein is a very low profile head ratchet. We put them side by side here. You can see the Icon has a thicker ratchet head, not quite as low profile as the Klein, so the Klein doesn't stand out as much as you might think it would. In fact, if you put them back to back here, you can see there's very little difference in terms of the standoff. The anvil on the Klein ratchet does stand a little higher though. So you can take a 1/4-inch socket and put it on here. I've got one out of this Icon set, a 10mm, and you can see there how it operates. And just remember, this looks like a lot of standoff, but it's not that much more than the Icon. Here you can see the two of them with sockets on. You can see there's not a big difference there between the two. Now, if we measure these two 1/4-inch adapters, you can see that the Klein tools measures in at 25mm, and the Icon from Harbor Freight comes in at 20mm, so 5 less millimeters on the Icon. So that's why there's more standoff. And if we compare these two 1/4-inch adapters, you can see that 5mm difference in that Klein 1/4-inch adapter. You can see the Icon and the Klein bits are the exact same length, so I'm not really sure why they made that 1/4-inch adapter longer, but they're pretty much the same in terms of their profile. So I'm not sure why Klein made this adapter longer. If we switch over to the Icon anvil, you can see it's a lot less standoff. And you can see the Klein ratchet handle is just a little bit shorter than that Icon ratchet. Of course, it doesn't have that flex head, which is what makes that Icon longer. And the Klein does have this knurling around the head of the ratchet, which you can use to spin the ratchet by hand. All right, let's do a quick back drag test. I'm going to take this 1/4-inch hex bit out of this Klein precision bit set. I'm going to pop it in here, and I'm going to put the other end in the Icon, make sure they're opposing directions. And if I spin this around, you can see the Klein is engaging. Now the Icon is engaging. Stop right here. Try it one more time. So you can see the back drag is very similar. I think the Icon has a little bit less back drag. As you can see, it's turning right now. We'll turn it around here the other way. Let's try it this way. And you can see occasionally the Klein ratchet will kick in. So the Icon, I think, has a little bit less back drag, but the Klein is not that far behind it. Now this Klein set does come with about a 2-inch extension. It's about 2 1/4 inch or so there on that extension. It does have a magnet down in there. Let's pop this number 2 Phillips on there. And you can see that the magnet in there does pass the magnetism to the bit. And of course, these sets are impact rated, so you can take any one of these extensions, put a bit in there, and of course, pop it in your impact. So I like this slim, low profile design. I like the fact it's documented on the back. These decals are pretty easy to remove. You can see there, if I get this one started, we'll just find out here how well it peels off. And that decal does peel off clean and easy. And you see it does reveal a little unlocked icon right there. So I like that, a clear top. You can see if you're missing any bits inside or what's available to you to grab out of this. Really like these little sets. Quick look at these other sets here. Here's that ProFlex 20-piece impact bit set. Slide it over, open it up and check it out. Pretty straightforward. It has 10 T25 Torx bits here on the right and 10 number 2 Phillips bits here on the left. One thing I like is they have these little dividers in here that you can move around these different slots. They give you 2 of these dividers. So if you want to use this as a screw case, you can. Store some additional items down here. I really like that option. Next up, we have this ProFlex 23-piece tamper-proof impact bit set. And you can see it's kind of similar to this Ratchet set here, but you have more bits in it. And they've included a couple of Schrader valve removers in here. So same extension there. But again, another nice set. And the last one we have here doesn't have a label on it, but it does have bits in it and that same extension in there and extra space. Let's check that out. It's got extra space here for different things you want to store in here. Of course, they show examples here of wire nuts and a plastic staple. Now, I also have another item here from Klein. This is one of those combo sets. It is in the same Modbox set. Again, nice to have that. Open this up here and you see you have lots of options there. I like the fact it's got that clear door. You can quickly look inside and see what's in there. If you look inside here, you see you have a really good combination of bits here, right? You've got a 3/8, 5/16. I really like the fact that they put these 2-inch bits in here and you can just reach in here and pull these up. And now they stand up, makes it much easier to pull those out, right? Put that back in. Same with these bits in the back. You can flip them up. Same thing over here. They all flip up. So that's something that I've seen in the new Milwaukee bit cases. Other companies have had it as well, but allows you to get all these out much easier. I also got this 3/8 anvil in here for your impact. And what I really like is it comes with these drill bits. You know, you could stand those up too. What I really like is you have a set of sizes here that you can have with you all the time. It's going to cover a lot of what you want to do. I would want to have a couple smaller sizes in here for pilot holes and things like that. But of course, all these drill bits are hex and they have the power bit on there. So you can take these drill bits out and you can put them in your drill and they'll also work in your impact driver. Really nice that that's in there. I've left this little plastic piece in there for now. I mean, you can take it out. I think it maybe helps stabilize those bits a little bit. But for now, I've left that in there. A few more bits over here. Anyway, just a nice Modbox case here. Again, it springs shut when you close it. Compatible with all your other Modbox tools, but this one's really handy. I like the combination of what they put in here. But there you have it, just a quick word on these new Modbox cases. I think they're going to be really popular. I think folks are going to really like them. In particular, I really like this Ratchet set and this screw case. This one is really nice. And for me, I'd probably dump a lot of this out and make it into a screw case. Because for example, for years I've had this case from Husky and it would fit in my Veto Tech MCT bag. But nowadays I keep this in a pack out drawer in my truck. But it's hard to find these small cases for screws, right? This is a Husky case. It's from Home Depot. I don't think they sell them anymore because I've looked for them. But it's just handy to have. You got some different size screws here, some Wagos, some wire nuts. Got some sheet metal screws back here. Just good to have something on you that's really small that can't fit in a Veto bag. Well, Klein has come out with this set, and I've been looking for something like this, and I'll definitely going to try this out. But you can see how much smaller that Klein set is. And that's important because when you want to fit that in your Veto bag, you're going to want that slim profile. So I'm really going to use it for that. And with that clear top, you can see what's in there really easily. Now, at first I thought I'd try this pocket on the outside. You see the flap doesn't go down, so it's not going to work there. But we can open the bag up, go inside, easily fit this in one of the pockets here in the back. No problem there. So it's really going to be nice for that, for me, and take up a lot less space than this Husky box, which again, like I said, I don't really keep it in this bag anymore because I keep that pack out drawer in the truck. Let's see how well these Klein Modbox ProFlex minis will fit in this Veto SPMC. So you see you can open the front here. We can put this in here. I'll put these tabs up. Slide it in there. It'll just go under that. So it'll fit in there if you wanted to put it in there. I think it would get in the way of a lot of your vertical tool storage though. But we can take it out, open up this pocket here. It'll slide right into that. Slide that shut, and you can get it from the outside of this bag as well. And in this front pocket here, let's see how it fits in there. I'm going to put it up end ways first, and I can still get that Velcro to attach. Kind of puts a flat edge on it here, but it will go in. Of course, we can slip it down sideways and it'll fit in there fine. Or if you want to flip it around here in the back, it's got this back pocket. Let's check that out, see how that works. So I can put this in here endways, plenty of room for that to fit. I'm going to grab another one here and just see how that goes. Oh, okay, so we'll take two of them in there in the back. You can see that side by side. I will keep other smaller items in here and try this out. My only concern is, I kind of maybe would like it to be a little bit deeper. It's not, they are kind of shallow, a lot of these compartments. So we're gonna have to see. They're not very big either, but I like the fact you can take these little dividers out, and you can put something long here. So if you wanted to throw some longer screws in here, you could, but you can see these longer 2-inch screws will fit in here and you can close it. So it's nice to have that on you. A clear top so I can see inside, so it's handy. We're gonna try it out and see, but I can tell you it's hard to find cases that are small that have this kind of space in it. So I think this one's gonna be really popular just for that alone. So there you have it, just a quick look at these Klein Modbox ProFlex cases or mini Modbox. I think they're gonna be really popular. Like how they quickly go back together. Let me know in the comments what you think of these new Klein Tools Modbox ProFlex options. I'd be interested in knowing what you think. And I'll have a link to all these in the description. And please remember to like and subscribe. Those actions help me to continue to bring content to you here on the Project Pine Hills channel. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next video.